From Johannesburg to Jacksonville, welcome my fellow fans of Clash of Clans from around the world. It is your host Galadon, and excited to bring you a How to Lalo episode. Now this is a simple breakdown of the easiest attack in all of Clash of Clans. Lalo, obviously easy because Tribe executes it time and time again, so it can't be that hard. So today, we're going to take a closer look and see how we too can crush every single base out there using a simple Lava Hound and balloon attack. Now, if you want to elevate your Clash of Clans game, there's generally two things to do to get that journey started. Number one, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications if you haven't already, and I've heard that using code Galadon can bring you luck. Okay, now luck, is it a factor in Clash? Perhaps, but that's what I've heard, using code Galadon before you make a purchase in the shop. Now, bad luck will certainly befall you if you do not use anybody's creator code, so remember that when you're making a purchase. Okay, so Lalo, obviously there's lots of different ways to do it. Sui Hero Lalo was for a long time the most common attack, and we would see heroes without healers. That's HWH. No, it's not a charity, it is a strategy, and you'll see it. Okay, so Lalo right here going in, and I mean, come on, I had to use Lalo as the first attack in a Lalo episode, right? There's really no question. Now, of course, again, this is going to be an attack, and we have to be serious about this, that's not as easy as these guys make it look. And yes, Town Hall 15 has definitely thrown a wrench into the plans of many an attacker. You'll notice that the 3-star percentages are way down for Town Hall 15. You'll see that in Champion 1 in CWL, you'll see that in tournaments, and you'll see that if you're actually a good player, and that's generally the way it's supposed to be. Town Hall 15 is supposed to be slightly harder to 3-star than 14, than 13, 12, 11, and so on and so forth, keeping the competitive nature at its most elevated point at the highest defensive and offensive levels of Clash. And I'm personally pretty happy about the balance we're looking at right now. Defense is stronger than ever at Town Hall 15, and the Monolith, the Spell Towers, have added a great deal of necessity for adjusting one's strategy. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the strategy and execution of a beautiful Lalo in today's second replay. So moving on, here we go. We've got Stanton rolling in with a relatively classic Sui Hero Lalo. That's because the Town Hall is relatively accessible. Now, you may remember recently I made a video talking about the King and the Phoenix combination. Now, the King and the Phoenix oftentimes can get to the Town Hall. Here you'll see the King is going to head north up towards 12 o'clock, and Stanton planning on using the Archer Queen to roll in and grab the Town Hall. And this is what makes this style of attack not for the faint-hearted, because you've got to count on essentially one unit to roll in and take out the Town Hall, which means, of course, you have to have a beautiful funnel. Works out flawlessly right here for Stanton, and even the Monolith is not focused on the Queen. The Royal Champion helps out, the Town Hall goes down, and now you can see that this is becoming a smaller base for the Lalo portion. And that's also a big goal from these entries with Sui Heroes, trying to take out, I would say, normally more than what you see right here, 29% so far. Ideally, these guys are looking at about 40% damage before the Lalo portion begins. Also, notice that none of the air defenses are down yet, and that's because you don't necessarily have to wipe them out early. You've got the Lava Hounds to tank. That's their job. That's what they go after, but this is the finesse portion. How many balloons where? You'll notice 3, 4, 5, 6 balloons in groups rolling in after individual defenses, and the haste spells. That is a classic Lalo, getting the haste in there, and then, not so classic, dropping those skeleton spells to distract all sorts of defenses. Works out really well. Notice the balloons moving in and closely grouped enough so that the Warden ability is going to keep them alive through some of the worst damage, and they just roll right on through. Spell timing and placement again and again and again, and hero ability timing and placement, right? Knowing exactly when to use it is key. And these guys, I'm telling you again, it requires a little more practice than simply watching a couple of tutorial videos, and I can tell you that from practice myself. I have not done enough of these attacks to be able to sit down and execute like this myself. So it's easier to teach than it is to do. So, watch this video, watch these attacks, and best of luck to you, right? Okay, Let's move on to another attack. Well done, Stefan. But watch this next Lalo example because it's got a nice little twist and really an unexpected strategy right here. Now, early on, the balloons roll in, which normally you don't see right away. We've got a lava hound in there that tanked, helps take care of one air defense. Now you've got a blimp coming in. Look how far this blimp is going to travel. More than 50% of the way across this base using the Warden's ability and avoiding, of course, the sweepers. And this is why, even though you see so many of these attacks, why I love seeing these, because there's just nearly an infinite variety of strategies that can be used. We've got super archers and probably the most insane use I've ever watched. Just start counting the defenses and the percentages right here. There's so many spells going down here. The clone, the invis, the rage, the super archers, believe it or not, yes, the monolith, everything in the core, and the town hall is going to go down right there. How? And he's not done yet. He's still going. He's going to grab the clan castle building, which didn't matter, and then the expo. I'm telling you right now, that's one of the most high value attack entries I've ever seen. And then, if that wasn't enough 900 IQ on display, on the far left of the screen, I wasn't really looking closely when I saw this. Now, did you see what just happened over there? Okay, I missed it too, but we're gonna go back and we're gonna take a look at just an insert, a zoom in of the far left-hand side of the base and exactly what happened to the defending clan castle lava hound right here, the Electro Titan. Remember that aura, that AoE damage ability? Well, guess what's about to happen to every single lava pup when the hound goes down? Oh, instant incineration. I had no idea that was actually a thing. That was a blast to watch. It's a lot of housing space. But then again, obviously the Electro Titan is going to help out with the Queen, which has no healers. So it, again, is a Sui hero entry, and the Titan is going to tank things like the defending Barbarian King. And then notice the percentages. We're nearly 40% of the way through this base right now, which has become a multi-stage Lalo attack. We had a Lalo entry portion at the very beginning with the blimp, and now we've got a second wave of Lalo that's going to happen from the top of the base as we approach 50% damage. So I hope you guys at this point understand why you can't just simply write down a Lalo strategy and say this is how you are going to win with Lalo, because yeah, there's so many different variations. The entries, the clan castles, where the heroes go, when the heroes go, if they have healers or not, what units are going to tank for them. And that is the beauty of Clash. And that is why I love the fact, even though, yes, we're seeing a ton of air attacks, I love the fact that every single air attack is different and unique. Watch on the left-hand side, bottom left, that's right. The Archer Queen, even without healers, is still going strong. Just used her ability. A few more balloons come down because the Archer Queen is drawing the fire of the scatter shot. Who comes up with this stuff? I just love it. It's fun to watch. I wish that I could just, again, give you guys a play-by-play book that would help everybody be able to attack like this. But maybe, you know, sometimes there's certain attacks that we just have to watch and applaud. So there you go, Galafam. I hope it helped in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know you are the true hashtag Galafam. Seriously, I appreciate you legends that still watch my videos and stick around to the very end. So I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, so is this How to Lalo or I Don't Know How to Lalo by Galadon?